Alright guys, I'm off work now. So on the way over I was recording a pretty lengthy discussion on an article I read last night. Of course I got so wrapped up in the sound of my own voice that I didn't notice the camera stopped recording about halfway through my talking. So that's not a big deal though, because I realized I started rambling and it sounded terrible anyway. So I'm gonna try to write a little script and re-record it tonight. Unfortunately I had a bit of a mishap. I guess someone forgot to pay the bill. So my cell phone stopped working, and it's an issue because I was supposed to be picking Jen up from work. The other problem of my phone not working is that my parents won't know where I am if I go to get her, and obviously they'll be worried and I'll feel bad about that, and I can't call them because their phones don't work either because we're on the same plan. Fuck. So yeah, it's 4 o'clock now, Jen's off at 5. It takes me about half an hour to drive straight to her job, but I have to stop off at home and just leave a really quick note for my parents saying that I'm not dead and call Jen's phone if they need me. And work is stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. People drive slow. This isn't cool, man. Wish me luck. Okay guys, so last night I mumbled something about how Jen's major concern with the blog was that it had no formula, no direction really, and I completely understand her because making a personal blog with no direction is really difficult to make entertaining unless you're extremely personable or extremely interesting. I'm definitely not the first one, and as for the latter, I still live with my parents, so you know. Her suggestion was that I just start ranting about things. I wasn't too keen on that though, because frankly, I find that rants are very rarely entertaining and even less commonly informative or insightful. But I did get what she meant. So I think what I'm going to try and do is just every day sort of discuss something with you guys. Really whatever's on my mind. You know, I always have a lot of thoughts swinging around my head, and not just like the what should I have for dinner sort of thoughts, but yeah, hopefully this will be a good outlet for them. So last night I read this article on Vice.com. For those of you who don't know what Vice is, it's a very independent news agency slash collection of blogs slash TV show. And it's all really extremely well done, all very intelligent, all very insightful, and if you have the time, you should definitely check it out. Obviously I'm going to put a link in the description to the article I read. The basis of the article was that it criticized Obama for a comment that he made about how reality television is essentially destroying the American dream, in the sense that kids today are more concerned with the Kardashians than they are with bettering themselves. So Vice responded by saying how this is obviously ridiculous, and I agree, and then they went on to demonstrate how different bodies of the government, including both Democrat and Republican presidents over the past, have destroyed the American dream in the sense of, you know, financial hardship, backwards voting rights for women and minorities, unemployment among recent college grads. Overall, I did really like the article. Like everything else, I thought it was really well done, and I felt they were spot on with a lot of their points. My problem with this article is the problem I have with a fair number of pieces that I read. It's that they essentially ignore the ambiguous center of their topic. Well, actually, both the president and Vice, I think, are guilty of this, because neither of them really address what they're referring to when they say the American dream. I assume that they both mean what I'll refer to as sort of the formula for the classic American dream, you know, hard work plus dedication equals, you know, wealth and power, or success, whatever you want to call it. And if you're looking at it that way, yeah, you know, the president can definitely be right in saying that, because I would say that, you know, today's media has chipped away at that classic American dream. And also I think that Vice is right in that, you know, government and economic forces have also chipped away at that American dream, albeit in different ways. See, basically my problem is that they don't address the fact that today's American dream might be different than it was 50 years ago. You know, not every kid grows up saying that they want to be the president someday anymore. I mean, personally, I have no desire to be the president. I have no desire to be hugely wealthy or incredibly famous. I just sort of want to live for a living, you know? I want to be able to do what I enjoy, and I want to get just enough money to live comfortably. I mean, frankly, I think that there's way too many people and causes in the world that are in so desperate need that it's inherently wrong to hoard money like a dragon sitting on top of a mountain of gold. So basically, I think that really what Mr. Obama was trying to say is that reality television is killing his idea of the American dream. And like I said, I don't really deny that. It is chipping away at that classic notion, but he didn't imply that it was being replaced with anything else. And Vice did the same thing. They said that the government and economy has chipped away at that dream in different ways, but again, they didn't say it was being replaced with anything else. And personally, from the very bottom of my heart, I think that it is. And frankly, I'm sort of disappointed in Vice for not doing that. Usually they're very in-depth, and they do go into those sort of nuances pretty often. I mean, frankly, I think if you went up and repeated that comment to President Obama and asked him if he thought that Kim Kardashian was actually killing the American dream as we speak, he wouldn't just give you a flat yes. Obviously, there's more to it than that for him and for everyone else. So I've been talking for a while. I don't want to bore you guys on my first attempt at doing this. So tomorrow I'm going to get into more why ignoring an ambiguous part of a statement or news article or anything like that really truly bothers me, and I just think it's something that can't be done anymore. But this is something I definitely want to hear from you guys about. You know, do you think that the American dream is the same as it's always been? Do you think that it's constantly evolving? And if so, what does it mean to you today? Do you think that it is changing, or do you think that it is changing but that it shouldn't? There's really a million ways to go. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. So if you have a minute, just give me an idea. It would be really interesting to me. Anyway, picking up Jen from work soon, so I'll talk to you guys soon.
What do I say? BFFs?
What?
Got it. There you go.
So you... Oh, that is a project.
Okay guys, so this is what's happening right now. This aisle we have Halloween. On this aisle we have fall and Thanksgiving stuff. And then you go one more aisle over and it's already Christmas. This is ridiculous.
Oh, our hearts have found better than you. A brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. And whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow.
Okay guys, I'm at home now. Still pretty amped up though. Jen and I went to see Kick-Ass 2 tonight, and I was absolutely blown away. It is so much better than the first one. Like, it's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time now. It was just so good. There were a lot of just really engaging relationships, and they explored a lot of really intriguing and complex ideas, like the sort of things that comics, that basically every comic ever has tried to get into, but it's just done so much better. It's, I don't know, I'm gonna try and explain it more tomorrow when I'm a little more awake and I get a little more time to process everything. It was just really, really good. All the action was, you know, done in a classy way. All the comic relief was like really genuinely funny and like perfectly timed. So yeah, I highly recommend you go see it if you haven't already, and yeah, hopefully I'll have some more for you tomorrow. Anyway, good night guys, see you soon.